Yeah, g'day, Bush Camping Tools here. Well, I thought what I'd do is talk about size does matter, especially when it comes to watches, and also weight matters. You can see here, these look about the same in diameter. So let's check it out. This one is clearly appears a bit different. Let's look at the diameter of this. This is the Citizen Eco Drive 300 meter professional diver's watch. These are not the specifications off the website. This is what I'm measuring. So that's about 48 millimeters or so across the widest part or so. This one here is a steel dive, and it looks really huge. And let's have a look at that. That measures about 52 or so millimeters maximum diameter. And here we've got a Citizen Aqualand, Citizen Eco Drive Aqualand 200 meter, and the widest there is about 53.2 from, if you take it from the depth sensor, pressure sensor here to the outside of the case. Of course, it's a little wider this way because I put extra lugs on there, but if I was to measure the case width there, it's about just under 50 millimeters. This one from the edge of this clamshell case, what they call the clamshell case. Now, if we go over here, this is a really big watch, but it's lighter than most of these, probably even this one here, this Marine Engineer, a steel dive too. Yeah, so let's have a look at this. This one's huge. This is like over 55 millimeters. Let's check that out. Yeah, it's over 55, bit over 55 millimeters, the width of that. And certainly it's pretty wide if you measure it from this part here to over here. Let's measure that. That's like 60 almost. So that's a really big watch. But this Casio G-Shock, this is the GWG 1000, a classic watch now amongst G-Shocks. It's discontinued, I believe, because there are several models that have come out since this one. And it's light though. It's a big watch, but it's light. So we've got that one, solar. This one here, as I said, the Eco Drive. This is a classic designed Eco Drive Aqualand from Citizen. Beautiful watch. There it is, side on. Let's compare it to this beast here too from Steel Dive. They look about, this one's probably a little bit thicker, not much. With these adapters on here, I put these adapters so I could put an ordinary band on there. Makes the watch a little bit heavier. Of course, these are stainless steel, they're not aluminium or anything. And I've just done the same thing with this one here too, because these big heavy watches, these two heavy watches from Citizen, they have a proprietary way to fix the bands on here. They have a special pin. It's not a regular watch type pin, a shouldered or shoulderless watch type pin. These ones have a pin that once you put it in, that's it. And in order to remove the rubber bands that come with them, you have to take this pin out. I've got videos on that if you don't know how to do that. Most people probably wouldn't. They'd send it to a watchmaker to have done. But you can put these adapters on there, so they're really good. And over here, we have the Marine Engineer. I've had this for a little over 2 years now. Great watch, going really, really well. 2 automatics here, the rest are all solar. But these are using the NH35 movement, a Seiko movement, very reliable movement. Great looms on these steel dive watches. They're, you know, what you call a homage watch. They look a little like some Seikos. This looks a little like a Seiko. I say looks a little like it because the Seiko is completely different. They're Emperor Tuner. And I've made videos about that too, how that differs. So there you go, some big watches, fairly big watches. Here's a really big watch, but this really big watch is probably the lightest out of all of them. It's like wearing a clock on your hand. That's what the G-Shock stands for. The G stands for ginormous, if you don't know. All right, thanks for watching. Bush Camping Tools here.